Okay, welcome to SecIC. What is SecIC? I think almost everyone's been here before. We're a meetup. It's an unaffiliated collection of informal meetups for like-minded security professionals. We meet to discuss topics of interest in a non-work, non-vendor setting. So hopefully that's why you're all here. Oops. Disclaimer. We exist as an educational entity. We do not condone any illegal activity utilizing any information presented at SecIC, either during or outside of SecIC meetings. If you do something illegal and you get caught, don't blame us. Code of conduct, TLDR, don't be an ass. SecIC board members have final say on what that means. Just be cool to each other. It hasn't been a problem, so we'd like to keep it that way. Tonight's agenda. Right now, we're doing SecIC 101. And next we'll do news. First talk is Jeff, and how do you say your last name? Strike. Okay, Jeff Strike. Using ChipSec and LoveOS for board level vulnerability analysis. This is his second talk here, and we appreciate him coming back. And then Chris Cooper, HTTPS Decrypting the Mystery. Also your second one, right? Yep. All right. So challenge ideas, not people. We stole this from SecDSM, who openly stole it from SecIC. You're fine. It's fine if you disagree with someone. Keep it civil. Talk about debate the ideas. Don't make it personal. Again, it goes back to not being an ass. Oops. Business in the front, party in the back. So speaker up here. We got pizza along the side. It looks like most people already got some. Bar in the back. Do we have a bartender tonight? All right. Bars downstairs. Bathrooms. Bathrooms are back in the back as well. All right. Sponsor tonight is Robert Half Technology. They've sponsored us before, and we appreciate them sponsoring us again. That's their website. And Brad is here from Robert Half, right back there in the blue shirt. So if you want to talk to him, he's looking to hire people for contract work, and we'll get into that at the jobs part, so let him give his spiel. But if you want to sponsor us, if you know any companies that want to sponsor us, our website, SecIC.org/sponsor, gives you the details there. This is how you get a hold of us. These are your board members. It's just Matt and Matt tonight. So website, SecIC.org. Email contact at SecIC.org. Twitter is at @sec_IC. And we did finally get our YouTube custom link. So youtube.com/SecIC. All right, Slack. Come chat with over 118. And of course, you guys who've been here before knows that means 119. Local InfoSec professionals. So if you aren't on our Slack yet, go to the website. You can scroll down, and then the link's embedded in the page, or you can click Slack across the top of the menu bar. It just asks you for your name and your email address, and then a bot sends you an invite. So it's pretty simple. Yeah. Upcoming cons. So we're past the summer camp, kind of on the tail end. Oh, I forgot CornCon, did I? Damn it. Okay. So CornCon is same weekend as DerbyCon?
Yeah, which is also your DerbyCon dates are wrong.
Are they?
Yep. Yeah, they bumped it up. It's the 7th.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. So, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a 101 if we didn't get this slide wrong. I don't think we've ever gotten it perfectly right. So, 7th.
Yep, week from Saturday.
Okay. Wow, I should start preparing.
CornCon.net.
CornCon, that is in Quad Cities,
Yep.
Davenport. So, yep, those are the two options that weekend. Then it's a bit of a break, and GurCon and Wild West Hacking Fest are at the same time. So, I know we've got members going to both of those. Yeah. Go to Events and Cons in Slack if you want to talk about going to any of these, see who else is going. Usually when we go to one of these, we'll make a shared channel with SecDSM, and everyone will kind of get in there and talk about, that's a good way. We'll use that to kind of organize, be like, hey, who's going out to dinner, stuff like that. So Slack's a good way to communicate. So get in there. Yep. SecDSM and SecIC Conference Scholarship. So this is something that SecDSM put together, and they've invited our members to be a part of it. SecDSM.org/scholarship. They take the black badges they've won, which for those that aren't aware, black badge is when you do something at a conference that they deem to be worthy of a black badge. Black badge means you get in for free for the remainder of the conference. So they've got a handful of badges, and what they do is they allow people to apply for them. And then they'll pick someone. Usually they try and pick like students or people that have a compelling reason why they should go and why they may not be able to get a ticket. So if you're interested, apply there. And then just wanted to give a shout out to us. Yeah. Okay. So at DerbyCon, we competed in the Car Hacking Village (CTF) and we got 7th. DEF CON. Yeah. Okay. DEF CON. So we were masquerading as SecIC to appease Will because he thinks that's hilarious. Came in 7th. We did pretty well. We were up against a lot of people that actually work in the industry. So I think that was a pretty good showing. We managed to put a bunch of stickers on the grand prize. The grand prize was a Tesla Model 3. So we put a B-side sticker and some SecIC stickers on it. And so it was a broken-in Tesla Model 3. So we got to do things like drop bowling balls on it and hit it with sledgehammers and key it and paint it. So, Cooper, cover your eyes. It was pretty entertaining. So it was a good time. We also Matt got to compete in the mobility scooter race. He has some good tips for hacking your mobility scooter. Didn't get us any points though, unfortunately. I thought they were great. All right, so next month's agenda. Nothing lined up so far. So people out there should give a talk. I know a couple people have been talking about giving some talks, and you can do it. I changed it because I changed it to want to give a talk, click here, or want to submit a talk, click here. So it's a little bit more obvious. I should make it blue or something, but just under the schedule, click there. It expands a input form. You put your information, what you want to talk about. That'll get you on the schedule. So it's right there. Just click that right there. Right there. So. All right, so big news. We talked about it. We are moving. So we're moving both the day and the location. So we're going back, actually. We were originally on the third Tuesday of each month. We're going back to that. So that means our next meeting will actually be a week earlier. So it'll be Tuesday, September 17, and I think I might have actually gotten that date right. And then the location, we're actually moving out of downtown Iowa City. We had a little bit of back and forth about it, and ultimately we decided that although it's not downtown Iowa City, it seemed like most people don't actually just walk from downtown or anything. This place, the new venue has parking right at the venue, so it'll be a lot easier for anyone who's not coming from downtown, which I think is most of our members. Yep. Yeah, we're still providing food. They have a bar. The space. Okay, so location. I kind of. Probably can't even tell, but here's 80, and then I think that's Dubuque Street. No, that's Dodge Street up there. So it's just straight east from here. It's on Muscatine Avenue. So if you're coming from the east, you can get off on Herbert Hoover Highway. It's pretty straightforward to get there. I think we put in some different starting locations from outside of Iowa City, and it seemed to be about the same distance for everyone. And for astute observers, you might notice my house is in this picture. So if you wanna come to my house for an after party, that's cool too. And then here's the space. So it's a little bit bigger space. It's more open. There's sliding doors between the event hall and the bar, and it's a little bit quieter. Today's not bad here, so but when the students come back, it gets a little noisy here. But and we've talked about maybe doing some sort of workshop type things, maybe a bit more interactive. I don't know, ideas, kind of working through stuff together. They have good Wi-Fi, so we're pretty excited about it. So Next month. Next month, new location and new date, and we'll put it out on Twitter and we'll put it in Slack. So, try and make sure that everyone knows. All right, up next we've got merch, financial transparency report, news, and jibs. So, our merch monger isn't here, so I'll be the stand-in. So, we got stickers over there. Stickers are free. As far as merch, let me see what we got in here. Oh, you have the blockchain. Yeah, the immutable blockchain. $5. You have to do a blockchain attack to get one. You have to untangle them. So patches are $5. They got a Velcro back. They're pretty cool. Also, if you speak, you get a free patch. And Zach keeps talking about doing a T-shirt run, and yeah, maybe we'll do another one. All right.
As most of you know, each month we go over our financial transparency. We are a 501c3. There. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. So every month we go over the financial transparency of the organization. We are a 501c3. So last month our balance was around $1,360. Expenses last month were $125. Income. $10, around $10 in Amazon Smile. If we do appreciate who's ever doing that, and then $25 in donations and merch. That puts us at a net loss of $90. You will, as you saw, we do have a sponsor this month. However, we received that money the previous month, so I put that on that month's financial transparency sheet, so that's why it's not showing up here. So that puts us at approximately $1,270, and there's the graph. You can kind of see where we're at, and basically where we started from and where we're currently at. How's that? Okay. So we'll go ahead and do the news here. We're going to go over 5 news items in 5 minutes. So in Texas, there was a ransomware attack that affected 23 organizations. They said it was a targeted attack. They believe that it was a single threat actor that did it. They came out and they're currently asking for $2.5 million in exchange for the private key that will decrypt the files. They believe that the way that the threat actor got in was actually through an MSP, a managed service provider. That's the only link that they could see between all of them. So they think that the threat actor was able to compromise that MSP and then deploy the ransomware using their software and their services. Things that it affected, the city of Borger said that it affected, they couldn't accept utility and other payments. Their vital statistics services, which are birth and death certificates, were offline. Another city said that they weren't able to process credit card payments or utility disconnections. Just recently, I think it was yesterday or the day before, a cybersecurity firm Imperva came out and said that they suffered a security breach. It was on their what was it? Their cloud web application firewall. They were able to gain access to their API, and it said that it was discovered that the third party was able to breach customers all the way back to September 15th, 2017. Some of the recommendations that they gave were to change the user password, implement SSO, and a multi-factor, and then, of course, generate new keys and secrets, and then also the API. So if you are an Imperva customer, I would definitely be looking into that right now. If you remember a few months ago, yours truly gave a talk on Emotet. During that talk, I mentioned how Emotet does tend to take some breaks and whatnot. They started a break back in June, and then I think it was last Thursday. It was either last Thursday or the Thursday before. Researchers noticed that their botnet started to wake up. They're not currently sending any new binaries or any new malware. What they saw was that the command and control servers were basically sending out commands to see what their endpoints were going on. They're not doing sending any malware right now, but things are ramping up, so I would expect that soon. One of the things I did want to say is if you're not in our Slack, I know it was shared in our threat intel sharing channel. There was the latest IOCs for those C2s, so you could run those against your network and see if any of your endpoints are reaching out and if they might have been compromised. Some of the things that that are still waiting to be seen is typically when they take a break is to see if there are any new plugins or new techniques that they'll be using. During this break, though, they did lose a significant portion of their command and control infrastructure. Next up, Portland Public Schools was actually able to recover $2.9 million that they lost in a BEC scam. So two district employees approved a wire transfer that was sent to someone pretending to be a vendor or whatnot. That total, again, was $2.9 million. They don't believe that those two employees were actually involved with the scam or the attack. They're still looking into it. But typically, a lot of organizations aren't able to recover the funds, so that was kind of surprising. As soon as they saw it, they did contact the FBI and their financial institution to work to try to reverse it, which it looks like they will be successful. One of the things I did want to bring up is that BEC activity has grown 476% between quarter 4 of 2017 and quarter 4 2018. This is one area that is literally just booming and taking off. It's pretty difficult to detect and whatnot, and it just keeps growing every year. So be on the lookout for those types of scams. And then finally, here locally, there was a breach at Hy-Vee supermarket. On August 14th, they said that they were investigating a data breach involving their fuel pumps, the coffee shops, and then their market grills. Shortly after that, a week or two after that, more than 5.3 million accounts went on sale on a carding forum called Joker Stash. They named their breach solar energy. I guess you can kind of see it. That was actually a screenshot of it that someone took. Again, they don't believe that that any of the grocery store terminals were breached. It was just the fuel pumps, the market grills, and possibly the Starbucks, I think. And they said that this particular dump, they were selling anywhere between $17 and $35 a piece. So that's the news. Finally, we have some jobs. So if you're looking for a job or you know someone's looking for a job, give us just a minute. We're going to have Brad come up here and he can talk about Robert Half real quick.
Hear me all right? Hear me okay? Yep. All right. Yeah, so my name is Brad Christensen. Here with Robert Half Technology. We're glad to be able to sponsor this for you guys, and really just want to make you guys aware, you know, contract to hire opportunities is really what I specialize in Eastern Iowa. You know, I know you guys are all in security. Those are types of roles that companies aren't necessarily, you know, proactively giving us as opportunities, but when we have candidates that are looking for that next opportunity, and might be able to, add some value to their security initiatives that they're looking at. We've had some success in doing so. So again, nothing too forward by any means. Just want to bring aware, and it's not just here in Iowa City, but Cedar Rapids and the Eastern Iowa area. So any questions, let me know. I don't have any business cards tonight. I did forget those, but I can get you on LinkedIn and we can connect some way, shape, or form with the different mediums. So appreciate it. Really, I mean, all different levels. The most recent opportunities have been, more of kind of senior level. But again, we're looking for, entry level as well that have, at least some sort of those DEF CONs that you guys go to and things like that. Those are helpful on resumes to have for background as well. So cool. Thank you guys.
So is anybody aware of, is their company hiring, or do they know of any jobs that are currently open? Okay. Okay. So Vigilant is hiring for a hunt team analyst. Do you know any experience there? Are they looking what level? Okay. So yeah, they're willing to train and go up. Does anybody else know of any jobs available?
Friend told me CrowdStrike is hiring. Pulling up the details. Trying, stalling, still stalling. You're all impressed. Yeah, CrowdStrike is hiring for penetration test engineer and vulnerability management analyst. They're looking for great analysts and great engineers. So I don't know anything about it other than that. Full remote, and I'll get those posted in the jobs channel.
Okay. Is anybody looking for a job, or does anybody know of any other jobs that are available? All right, well, that's fine. Again, if you're looking for a job or even in the future, remember to keep Brad in mind and Robert Half. So we'll go ahead, take a short break. You guys can go downstairs, get a beer if you need a beer or a drink or whatever. Please grab some more pizza. There's a ton of pizza left, and we'll have about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll start with the first talk.